Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Nasupalpal ni Congresswoman Luistro itong abogado ni Sara Duterte na si Attorney Torion dahil sa pag-file nito ng TRO or Temporary Restraining Order sa Korte Suprema na nagpapatigil sa pag-arangkada ng impeachment sa Senado dahil di umano ito ay unconstitutional at hindi daw dumaan sa tamang proseso. Ano naman po ang sagot dito ni Congresswoman Listro? Ayon po sa kanya, dumaan naman daw sa tamang proseso ang pag-impeach kay Sara sa Kamara. At hindi naman sila gumawa ng shortcut para madaliin ito. Buwelta ni Listro kay Torion. Anyway, para po sa iba pang mga sinabi nila, panoorin na po natin itong kanilang sagutan. Unahin na muna natin pakinggan ang sinabi ni Attorney Torion.
There was violation of due process. Why violation of due process? The Vice President was denied prior notice and hearing prior to the filing of this fourth complaint. Okay? She was never informed beforehand that this new complaint is going to be filed against him. It is basic in our 1987 Constitution that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. How much more in an impeachment complaint which would seek a high government official elected by 32,208,417 votes. This is 32 million including our votes, which are going to be discarded, which are going to be marginalized or erased simply because of the unilateral actions of 200 individuals who think that they are above the law. So this is the essence of our petition, and we seek that the Supreme Court would grant us a temporary restraining order, restraining the Senate from acting on the impeachment complaint, and thereafter a preliminary injunction on the ground that doing so would cause grave and irreparable injury upon the people and upon our votes and upon our right as a citizen of this republic, knowing, and as a taxpayer, knowing that as taxpayer, if this impeachment complaint will not be stopped, they would spend millions again just to divert our attention in crucifying the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines without just cause. So that, in essence, is our complaint.
Kasi ang ina-explain kasi ng mga taga-house kasi is impeachment is sui generis, one and it's gone by its own rules, by its own interpretations, and its own lahat. Napakaiba niya actually. How can you explain to the court kasi ang pinupuno kasi nila dapat na well, nandiyan na yung mga signatures eh. Nakalista na separate paper yung mga signatures. Ano yung i-ano sa court na itong mga signatures na we're not verified by individual persons. And are you going to prove ba yung kumakalat kayo sa social media o yung mga sinasabi social media na the congressmen were forced inside because of the so-called aid na nililisi sa kanila? Are you going to use that as a justification against advocates? Yun lang po. Thank you.
Dagdag lang ako. Kasi may yung basis ng tanong mo, sir, na yung ginawa daw ngayong umaga, last-ditch desperate move to prevent the impeachment of VP Sara. Tama ba yung pagkarinig ko, sir? Alam mo kung bakit, tinanong ko sa iyo kung bakit tama yung pagkarinig ko? Akala ko ang tinutukoy mo, yung ginawa nila sa House, na kung tinama nila yung ginawa sa House, sang-ayon sa saligang batas, wala po kami rito. Hindi kami magpa-file ng petition for certiorari and prohibition. Kasi nga, hindi sinunod yung Constitution. And that's the reason why we need to question is because we, as registered voters who voted for the Vice President, no, will make our vote inutil. Kasi kung successful yung impeachment na yan, mawawalang silbi yung boto namin. Yun lang po ang masasabi ko doon sa sinasabing desperate Talagang nakita nyo naman siguro ni Railroad yung proceeding. There was no debate, there was no deliberation. It was just introduced and voted upon. Thank you.
If I may add also, you can characterize the verification process as mass oath-taking probably. No? Why? Because there was simply no time for them to read the complaint because of the thinness of the hour that were given them to even read the complaint. And if you note, the Supreme Court is very clear on this matter that an impeachment is a solemn process, not bound by rigid procedural requirements. Why? Because the impeachment process is meant to safeguard, not to subvert our democracy. It is supposedly a weapon of last resort. So if it is a weapon of last resort, it is like a cannon with the biggest, it is like a weapon likened to a last artillery, no? And therefore, if you have to use it, you have to follow the constitutional and procedural safeguards mandated under the 1987 Constitution before you can legally, constitutionally make it happen. In this case, that was not done. We were all in shock simply because of the speed by which the impeachment complaint was filed. There was no proper deliberation. There was no proper discussion. The VP was not even summoned to answer for the alleged allegations, no? For the allegations that she committed as found in the complaint. So there was no due process at all. So we feel that this should be struck down. And while the case is ongoing, we pray that a status ante quo order or a TRO shall be issued so that our petition can be fully studied by the Supreme Court. Otherwise, if this will not be stopped, imagine 32,208,417 votes as against 215 congressmen who did not have the chance to fully read the complaint, understand it, assess any and all evidences attached to the complaint. So we feel that we have to act, and that is why we filed this petition today.
Yan mga kabunyog, narinig po natin itong mga pinagsasabi ni Attorney Torion na hindi raw dumaan sa tamang proseso ang pag-impeach kay Sara at unconstitutional daw ito dahil hindi man lang inabisuhan si Sara na ipapa-impeach na siya sa Kamara. Anyway, ano naman po ang sagot dito ni Congresswoman Listro? Kung ano yon, panoorin po natin ito.
Let me give emphasis dun sa tatlong arguments which were highlighted in the petition for issuance of temporary restraining order to act on the impeachment complaint, no? Una, question nila yung verification, that it was not in accordance with the rules on verification. I wish to point out that under the Constitution, the Congress was given the authority to promulgate its own rules on impeachment. At itong rules on impeachment na ito, incorporated dito sa 19th Congress Rules of the House of Representatives, no? Yung verification po na kanilang question, it was followed word for word as written in the rules. So, it is our humble opinion na there's nothing wrong with the verification. The Constitution gave authority to the Congress to promulgate its own rules. And in as far as the complaint is concerned, the verification as written in the rules of the 19th Congress of the Philippines was followed strictly, no? Meron pa silang sinabi dito na the Vice President was not given prior notice and allegedly that constitutes violation of due process. We beg to disagree sapagkat wala naman po sa batas na dapat ay merong prior notice for filing of impeachment complaint ang ating Vice Presidente, no? What is important, after the filing of the impeachment complaint, bibigyan po siya ng summons, bibigyan siya ng opportunity to file her answer, and as a matter of fact, during the hearing, she can present her own evidence. That is what we mean by due process, no? The right to notice and hearing. And by notice, it means na upon issuance of summons, she can rightfully file her answer. The law does not provide na dapat inform mo muna siya before the filing of the complaint. So that is for the second, no? And may na-mention din doon sa kanilang petition na hindi daw namin kayang aralin within a day ang laman ng impeachment complaint. Yeah, that is true. Kaya lang, ito pong mga grounds na pinag-uusapan natin dito sa impeachment complaint, subject matter na ng Quadcom, subject matter na ng good government. And I for myself, at yung ibang kongs na nakakasama ko, we know for a fact that since the 3 impeachment complaints were filed last year, 2024, kami po'y nagkaroon na ng individual evaluation nitong mga grounds for impeachment na to, no? So, ito pong mga inilatag naming 7 articles of impeachment in the impeachment complaint, I wish to submit ay napag-aralang mabuti, napag-isipan, at nabalanse ang mga ebidensyang pwedeng gamitin kaugnay ng impeachment process na ito, no? And may sinabi pa din po doon na itong verification portion daw ay siningit lang nung after na ma-file ito sa Senate. No, I hope we can get copy of the pictures nung ating caucus meeting dun sa Congress kung saan pumerma ang mga congressman, the 215 of us, the initial signatories doon sa complaint, dito sa impeachment complaint. At kompleto po, kasama po ang verification page dito sa impeachment complaint na to. As a matter of fact, dyan pa po nanumpa sa harap ni Section lahat ng ating mga 215 members of the House who endorsed the impeachment complaint to the Senate, no? So as a rundown, yun pong verification, it is legal because we followed the rules of the 19th Congress of the Philippines word for word. Second, hindi po inaral ito in a day lang sapagkat since the filing of the 3 impeachment complaints, nag-umpisa na pong mag-aral ang ating mga congressmen. And to add, ito po yung mga subject matter ng Quadcom at ng good government. So, the congressmen are very much familiar with this already. Third, about the due process, bibigyan po ng due process ang ating Vice Presidente. As a matter of fact, under the rules, summons will be issued, she will be asked to file her answer, and she will be given ample time to present her own evidence pagdating po sa impeachment trial. And I think that's the 3 important arguments that they raised, no? The verification. The fourth one, hindi po siningit ang verification page sapagkat the 215 Kongs can attest na yung pinirmahan po nilang complaint ay may verification page na. And as a matter of fact, on the same caucus or meeting, I believe that was the last day of our session, our last session day, no? Doon din po pinanumpahan sa harap ng ating Secretary General itong impeachment complaint na to as part of the verification process. It's because it does not have the support of at least 1/3 of the members of the House. Kung wala tayong support ng 1/3 of the members of the House, we will be following the normal process. And that is, the plenary has to refer the impeachment complaint to the Justice Committee. And we know for a fact that in the Justice Committee, there has to be a hearing where they are given a period of 60 days to resolve whether the impeachment complaint is approved or not. Given the timeline, no? Ito'y final po November, nagkaroon ng individual evaluation. Nag-take tayo ng holiday break. And then January, February, given the timeline kung dadaan po tayo sa normal na proseso, hindi na po ito kakayanin. Plus the fact na we took note of, for the first complaint, napakarami pong articles of impeachment. I believe 23 articles of impeachment. For the second and the third complaint, too short naman po. Sobrang unti. So, to address once and for all lahat ng challenges about filing this impeachment complaint, we resolved through the intercession of the political parties, come up with a fourth impeachment complaint, which will hopefully be endorsed by at least 1/3 of the Congress. And with that, nakabuo po tayo ng strong impeachment complaint without need of referring it to the Justice Committee because it has the support already of 1/3 of the members of the House, which allows us to transmit immediately the impeachment complaint to the Senate. So that is the reason kung bakit hindi in-endorse and instead na-archive yung 3 impeachment complaints. But with all due respect sa mga complainants ng 3 prior impeachment complaints, we made sure po na yung important arguments contained in the first 3 impeachment complaints ay in-incorporate po natin dito sa 4th impeachment complaint containing of 7 articles of impeachment.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog, bunyog.